Have you ever wondered why telling someone not to do something often leads them to do the exact opposite? This curious phenomenon is the enchanting enigma that is reverse psychology. It's a fascinating strategy, often found in our daily interactions, where a person is persuaded to act in a certain way by suggesting they do the opposite. At the heart of reverse psychology is the principle of reactance. This psychological concept suggests that when our sense of freedom is threatened or reduced, we naturally react against the constraint, pushing back with a desire to regain our lost autonomy. This explains why a child, when told not to touch a cookie jar, is often driven to do just that. Reverse psychology taps into this innate desire for freedom, subtly guiding behavior in the desired direction. It's a delicate dance of influence and persuasion wrapped in the cloak of defiance. So the next time you feel an urge to defy a prohibition, ask yourself, are you truly exercising free will, or have you become a puppet in the game of reverse psychology? Now let's delve into the realm where reverse psychology is most potent, dealing with resistant individuals. Imagine you're in a negotiation, and the other party is firmly sticking to their position. The more you push, the more they resist. This is where reverse psychology can be your secret weapon. Instead of directly challenging their stance, you subtly suggest the opposite. You might say perhaps this deal isn't the right fit for you. This could jolt them into reconsidering their position, fearing they might lose a beneficial opportunity. Another scenario could be with a child refusing to eat healthy food. A parent might use reverse psychology by saying, "I guess you're not strong enough to eat these veggies." Yet the child, wanting to prove their strength, may then choose to eat the vegetables. But let's not forget, while reverse psychology can be effective, it can also backfire if used insensitively or excessively. For instance, in the example with the child, if used too often, the child may start seeing through the tactic, leading to increased resistance and mistrust. Moreover, ethical considerations are paramount. Reverse psychology should never be used to manipulate or control someone against their best interests. For instance, a manager might use reverse psychology to motivate an underperforming team member. Instead of directly criticizing their performance, they might say, "Maybe this job is too challenging for you." If the employee is motivated by this, it could lead to improved performance. However, if used without considering the employee's feelings and self-esteem, it could lead to resentment or decreased morale. In conclusion, reverse psychology can be a powerful tool when dealing with resistant individuals. Remember, reverse psychology is a tool, not a weapon. Use it wisely, with respect for the autonomy and well-being of others. Can you imagine using reverse psychology as a tool in addiction recovery? In the world of psychology, reverse psychology is a method often employed to encourage a person to do something by suggesting the opposite of what is desired. In the realm of addiction, this strategy takes a nuanced form, often interwoven with a technique known as motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing is a counseling method that involves enhancing a patient's motivation to change by means of empathy and understanding. The aim is to elicit self-motivation and explore the individual's ambivalence to change, thus leading them to decide on their own that change is necessary. Now you might wonder, where does reverse psychology fit into this? The trick lies in subtly encouraging the individual to argue for their recovery by appearing to question the feasibility or necessity of change. The counselor may prompt the patient to defend the idea of recovery themselves. Consider this. A counselor might say, "Perhaps you're not ready to quit yet." Or maybe this, "Addiction isn't as big a problem as you think." These statements, while they may seem counterintuitive, can spur the patient to argue against them, reinforcing their own desire and motivation for change. In the realm of addiction, reverse psychology can be a beacon of hope, guiding individuals towards the path of recovery. How can we tell if someone might be susceptible or resistant to reverse psychology? The answer may lie in their body language. You see, our bodies often speak louder than our words. They can reflect the inner workings of our minds, revealing whether we're receptive or resistant to certain ideas or suggestions. In the context of reverse psychology, understanding these signals can be incredibly insightful. Imagine you're in a conversation. The person you're speaking with crosses their arms, leans back, and avoids eye contact. These actions, while subtle, may suggest a defensive attitude, perhaps indicating resistance to persuasion. On the other hand, someone who leans in, maintains eye contact, and mirrors your gestures might be more open to the influence of reverse psychology. However, it's crucial to remember that body language isn't a one-size-fits-all indicator. Different people may exhibit different non-verbal cues, and these cues can be influenced by a multitude of factors, including culture, personal habits, and even the current environment. Facial expressions, too, can provide valuable insights. A furrowed brow, tightened lips, or averted eyes could signify skepticism or disagreement, potentially hinting at resistance to reverse psychology. Conversely, an engaged expression, nodding or direct eye contact may denote openness and engagement, making the individual potentially more susceptible to reverse psychology. But here's the catch. Understanding body language is more of an art than a science. It requires keen observation, empathy, a deep understanding of human behavior, and most important, experience. It's not about making snap judgments, but rather about gathering information to better comprehend the persons you're interacting with. It can help you gauge the receptiveness of your conversation partner, allowing you to adjust your approach accordingly. By learning to read and test yourself these subtle signs, you can enhance your understanding of others and use reverse psychology more effectively.